So I've had people ask me a couple of times, how do I find Topaz Mountain adventures and stuff like that? And I always thought it was sort of easy. I try to find the GPS and try to find the directions, but then I forget. My first time out here, I couldn't find their claim immediately either. And part of the reason that I couldn't find their claim, and you probably can't find their claim, is because people keep tearing up the signs. The roads out here aren't very good. The BLM does not maintain them very well. And the signs, people just keep destroying them. So you come out on the main road, which is right here. This is the main road coming from the highway that I came in on. I forget what number highway, maybe 6, I think. And so when you come in from there, you want to look for this first main split. You're coming down this road, and then you see this big, it's the first big to the left, and you see Topaz Mountain right there, right? So you want to take this left, and then you want to keep following these around that mountainside. Topaz Mountain Adventures claim is on the back side of that hill. You go around this, and you just keep winding around that direction. The signs keep disappearing, but I promise you it's out there. And you might be thinking you sort of made it, but in reality you didn't yet. In order to make it Topaz Mountain Adventures, you need to go around this mountainside. It is on the other side of this. So you want to follow these outside roads, these outside dirt roads, ruts, roads, roughly carved paths. You want to find, you want to keep going around on the outside of it, basically. We're going to the bowl that you can see just on the other side of that right there. We're going to that bowl. Topaz Mountain Adventures is on the other, is inside that bowl, sort of. So, only reason I'm showing you this is because this is a difficult mining claim to find, and it can be just sort of easier sometimes to give up and start digging on the mountain. But I promise you this: if you don't know what you're doing, you are not going to get on the mountain what you're going to get out of Topaz Mountain Adventures. That's for sure. That's for gosh dang god golly sure. Yes, yes, sir. Now, if you've been going the outside path like I showed you, you come to this sort of split right here, right? And you might be thinking, oh no, I need to go that way. Nope. Keep following it around on the outside. See the bowl right there? We're going towards that. Going towards that bowl. That's where Topaz Mountain Adventures is at. Now you get around to this area, you know you're on the right path, and this is also where the driving gets a little bit more difficult. Some of the areas you might have to get out and throw some rocks, but we're heading
right about here. You'll start thinking, did I miss it? Did I miss the claim? No, you didn't miss the claim. You gotta keep going. See those red hills on our left still there? I think there's garnets over there. But anyways, we're going for Topaz over here. Still back over in this area. Gotta keep driving.
So here's your first real sign that you're on the right path. This is a claim boundary sign for Topaz Mountain Adventures specifically. You can see the big bowl behind us. Their claim is going to be over here. They got some of this too, but they don't know the whole mountain back there. But that doesn't matter. When it comes to digging for Topaz out here, I'm definitely going to their claim. I've already tried the mountainside, and I'm not going to get near as much. But we're definitely going to look for some red beryl out there at some point, probably not this time. Here we go. Main blasting site. All back there is public area. Drive-through and camping areas. Gorgeous day. I leaned too far the wrong way.
the safety of everybody involved, the staff checks the detonation area for any ordnance that might not have exploded. After checking the ordnance, he also sweeps any loose rubble that is on top of the wall down into the pit so the customers can have easy access to their gems.
Hey yo, it's your boy Kaliko. I am back out here at Topaz Mountain near Delta, Utah, at Topaz Mountain Adventures Claim. And yesterday I didn't get almost any video for you because I was helping out some people that had paid for a private blasting tour and helping out my friends here that own the Topaz Mountain Adventures Claim. And it was a really good day. I helped some people find a amazing specimen. Yes, I am super jealous, and the streak continues. Yeah, it seems like if I spend enough time hunting for somebody else, man, I get them something to break open, and it's just amazing. The piece I found for them had a ridiculous sized center topaz peeking out of a huge matrix of calcite, and then other little topaz terminations all over it. It's a triangle about yay big. I'll put a picture in the video of it right now. All right, so that's what I helped somebody find yesterday. So today I get to look around a lot. And although I did spend a whole day helping other people and only a couple hours hunting for anything myself, I already found some good stuff. I found some good stuff yesterday, and I just basically tried to find some stuff that I can chip off the rock later, just to sort of spend a couple of hours productively yesterday. And today I am super excited. The people that I helped out, they weren't able to move as much rock as 3 of me could. So there's plenty of stuff after their blast up there for me to go and have a field day with today. So it's definitely a fair trade. It was a great day of me being me and talking a lot. So on that note, I'm going to move on. Today, I sort of wanted to have some really nice shots of me adventuring around, but I'm not going to have time for that in order to make my other digs. That's just not going to happen. But along the road, I have a review for you. And if you see over here in the background, I've got a green cart. So if you watch my channel a lot, you know that I hurt myself a little bit. What you don't know is I also blew my elbow out, my left elbow. So my left shoulder and my left elbow are having issues because of some injuries that I acquired over the last month. So I had the idea of one of the carts, fold-up carts, that wagon is what it is. It's a wagon, not a cart. So one of these fold-up wagons that I'd seen, and I couldn't find one. They were all sold out in my area. What I did find is Home Depot, again, had a really good deal on a metal wagon that has rubber inflatable wheels. It has sides on it that fold over or come completely off. And it's all steel. It can handle 800 pounds worth of weight in it. And it was only $89 plus tax. So I paid $95 for it out the door. So I'm going to give you a review of that cart, because compared to the $69 cart I was looking at, this thing is way beefier, way tougher, and can hold more weight. Although it does not collapse down, it still fits in my trunk. So we're going to get to some topaz, and you're going to watch me run up the hill with this thing and see how it goes up that monster hill of rocks and rubble. Because if that's a test for any wagon, let me rephrase that. That is a test for any wagon, is going up this hill right here. We've got test number 1 of the Gorilla Cart 800-pound cart, $89 from Lowe's. Test number 1 is going to be taking it up a hill full of scree and rocks and boulders and seeing if it can make it up there fully loaded. Fully loaded, it does not have 800 pounds worth of stuff in it. It's got like 200 pounds worth of stuff in it, but it's loaded enough because it's all the stuff I need. Ha! Going up a hill like this, fully loaded, not worth it. The rocks are too big. They get stuck underneath the axle. They pick one wheel up and everything tipples and turns. And for the amount of work that I just went through to get it to there, I could have just walked up the hill twice with my arms loaded and a backpack on it. So going up a hill like this, it's not worth the gorilla cart. And apparently you can tow it on flat ground, but you don't want to tow it on anything too bumpy. That cart likes to tip.
If you're going to be finding Topaz at Topaz Mountain Adventures, you're going to be doing it one of two ways. You're either going to be flipping rocks over or breaking rocks. And I have had some luck breaking open some big rocks before. So that's what I went at with this one right here, seen in front of you. Now it looks like I'm just hammering all willy-nilly and crazy at it, but I'm definitely not. There's a method to my madness. I try to knock off the edges of boulders first, and if I can get the edges to start breaking away, I look inside and see if there's any vugs or calcite or topaz showing. And I let that determine where I'm going to try to break the rock next. You can see I'm inspecting every piece before I toss it down the hill, figuring I'm done with it. Anytime I'm finding anything I like that's small, I'm putting it in my buckets. Anytime I'm finding anything I like that's big, but I don't want to break it down farther right now, I make a pile of it somewhere specifically, and I stack that pile or stick something colored or a shirt next to that pile, because it's really easy to lose a pile of rocks on a mountain of rocks.
And this one needs to go down a little ways. I found a nice little... Give you a close-up of this monster I'm working on. You can see the whoops. I don't know why it's so shaky. Topaz in the vug here. Huge calcite vug here. Calcite there. Topaz in the vug here. Topaz in the vug there. I can't see my screen, so I don't know how good that looks on the
camera because it's too bright out here for me. But there are vugs with topaz all over here. So I'm gonna work this stone and let you guys see what we get out of it. So with a big rock like this, the best way I've found to try and get stuff out of it without damaging it is to work the edges. Sort of pound on the edges where the crystals aren't close to it and hope you get some nice breakage out of the rock. At least this is the way I do it. That doesn't take me a year or longer. Whoops. And always check the pieces you're breaking off, because you might end up exposing a vug with some amazing stuff in it. You never know. Bingo. Yahtzee! That. I gotta take my gloves off, guys. You can see this crystal I just got to pop out. Well, put my finger next to it so you can see. It's a nice sized crystal, yeah. Yeah. When you're moving boulders and rocks around on Topaz Mountain, you want to be careful that you're not standing downhill from them, and you might end up having it roll on your foot, and that could end up costing you majorly. The claim that Topaz Mountain Adventures is on has been a mining claim for over 100 years. They wanted to see how deep the tailings went and turn some of the soil, or some of the rocks I should say. And they ended up getting about 15 or 20 feet down and moving some of the piles in some of the areas. I was rather excited to see it and disappointed that I wasn't going to have a couple more days to dig in it. So it's been a pretty great couple of days for me here at Topaz Mountain Adventures. I spent day one helping a family in their private blasting tour and helping my friends, the mine owners. And that was a really good day. I'm always excited when I can find something amazing. And I found something amazing for somebody else. I didn't quite find something as amazing for myself yet, but over the day and a half, 2 days I spent fully digging hard, I found a lot of really good stuff. A lot of really good stuff. As you've seen in some of the videos leading up to here, and as you can see behind me on the hill, Topaz Mountain Adventures is getting a little bit of a turn right now. They're turning some of the tailings and flipping some of the stuff and trying to make some better walking paths for the people that come in for the blasting tours. Also trying to sort of section off an area for the people that pay the $25 to prospect. Pretty soon, probably next spring, the people that pay for the prospecting pass are not going to be allowed inside the blasting area. And that's sort of disappointing. At the same time, to tell you the honest truth, the best stuff I have found has been down the mountain in the tailings, nowhere near the most recent blasts. So it really doesn't hurt my feelings too much. It might hurt somebody else's feelings, but I'm fine with it, man, because the best 2 pieces I've found were 3/4 of the way down the mountain, and people have been walking over them for months. So right now what I'm going to move on to is I'm going to show you guys some of the specimens that I found here. I'm also going to show you how to get some of the specimens out of the matrix with what the mine owners have shown me using a brick breaker. You can get it at Lowe's for about $300 I've heard, or a hardware store of some kind. And it's a really useful tool for going through the matrix of this rhyolite that you get here out at Topaz Mountain Adventures. And woohoo, there's been a new discovery too. We have topaz and you have some amethyst druzy. And the amethyst druzy is a really pretty light purple, gemmy, clear little teeth. I've found some little bigger crystals in some pockets, and I've found some with some topaz on it, and I'm super stoked about that because I've never even heard about it. So I think that's ultra awesome. I'm sure somebody's seen it before, but I haven't. So moving right along, I'm going to show you a super awesome specimen that I found, and then I'm going to let you watch me break open the other section of that specimen. So what I have right here is a piece of a very large boulder I started breaking apart. And I was looking at this piece right here and another rock, and as I moved them out of my way thinking I'm gonna break on some more on this one, this was laying underneath like that, and I turned it up. And can you focus, please? Can you see in there? I'm not doing a very good job of seeing in there, is it? But there is there you can see it, sort of. All right, turn the camera. All right, it's not working with me. There's a giant topaz in there the size of my thumb, and it's gorgeous, and it's super clear. And this is gonna be my daughter's birthday present because this is her birthstone, and she's been asking for a cool topaz. So this is gonna be her birthday present. And along those lines, this piece right here came off of that. This is the other side of that vug, and I can see topaz in it, and there's other calcite running right here. So we are going to, first I'm going to take a hammer and I'm going to try and split this end up and see how it breaks. And then after that I'm going to start putting it in this press right here to shape it into the rock press or the brick breaker. So here we go. My stupid phone just completely screwed up the last section of video where I popped off this gorgeous little piece. It's not too little, really. I just pulled that off of the piece that I was showing you guys a minute ago. It's right on the ground right next to me, right there. So this I just got out of it. The phone was supposed to be recording and I came back and it wasn't. So I'm gonna see what else I can get out of that, and hopefully we'll get it on tape. All right, so this is what I'm working with. It looks like there is some amethyst in the end of this right here. Yeah, there's definitely some little amethyst. There's amethyst right there too. There's this whole section right here that looks like it's calcite. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by trying to chop it. So let's see if I can actually get video of using the brick breaker this time. So I said this earlier, but how you use a brick breaker is you choose which level you want it at. This is gonna be pretty big, so come on now. That's not gonna work. It's gotta be bigger. All right, so I'm gonna have to pick the angle that I want to cut this at to try and get that. Either of these two vugs that are right there. Oh.
then I'm leveling out the opposite end with this knob right here. But this is also how we're gonna crush it. Hey, editor, fast forward this part. Trying to decide how to cut this. And I think that's going to be the best way. All right. So I got it where I want it. Let me check the camera. I got it where I want it. Take that down, lift it up a little bit. Tighten the knob to where you can't tighten it no more. Push down, and that was way easier than I expected it to be. So there's nothing on this side, but I do have all that calcite matrix in one section. I can see this goes sort of deep. I can see some fluorite and a topaz right there. And I can cut this section off later too. So I'll set that over there. And that's how you use a brick breaker. Just cracked this rock that I brought down the mountain, and whoa. And this beautiful topaz and calcite vug with fluorite in it. There's a lot of purple. Who knows when I clean it? I see some more topaz hidden in it too. And it's a big deep vug, and then there's another big deep vug right there. Oh, I'm standing in the light. Anyways, I'll show you this guy's stuff after. I need to break all this stuff up and get it ready to go and get out of here. So how much did I get for all of my hard work and friendly helping and digging? And I'm standing in my sun. This is what I got. Can you see it? Is it focusing good? I hope so, because I can't see my screen. And I really got to get moving. I'm really running out of time. So I hope you can see all this amazing stuff in here. And I'm not shadowing it too much. My phone has been acting all funky, stopping recording and starting recording on me and stuff. Yeah. So I still have everything in those two buckets to finish quickly processing as fast as possible. And I need to get all of this beautiful stuff wrapped up. First, I'm gonna get it out of the sun, because if you didn't hear last time, the color of this topaz turns to clear after too much sunlight. So you don't want all that sunlight. So I'm gonna get all this broken down and into my buckets and ready to go. Well, that's it for this episode of Mining America. We visited my friends at Topaz Mountain Adventures again, and I found all kinds of amazing gemstones once again. My weekend wasn't quite as amazingly productive as it was last time I was here, but last time I was here for 3 more days, and I had a private blast. And I mean, you can't really shake a stick at 5 days mining in one place and then blasting and you're the only one around. You find a lot of stuff. But I have nothing to complain about. I found amazing pieces all weekend long. You guys will end up seeing a lot of that in my Etsy store. And if you're on my Patreon page, you'll end up seeing some special posts and stuff I do with some of the minerals that I've found. So if you like this episode of Mining America, make sure you click the description. Show me more box in the description so you can see all the links to my Etsy store, to the support page for Mining America, to the links to the mines that I go to. All that kind of stuff is inside of there. So if you'd like to see more, also go to my playlist Feed Digs, and that's all about places like this that I visit. Or you can check out my private mines or my specimens cleaning if you become one of my real good fans, because I have a few of those guys out there that I think I could pretty much show me throwing rocks and you'd watch it maybe. Maybe? I don't know. Should I cut that out? I don't know.